To create a 14-minute video script about Bodhidharma, I'll condense and structure the content while maintaining key historical details and narrative flow. Here's a rewritten version suitable for a video. Kung Fu and Zen Buddhism, these are practices we often associate with China. But what if I told you their origins can be traced back to an Indian monk? Meet Bodhidharma, the first patriarch of Zen Buddhism and a key figure in the development of Kung Fu. Let's travel back in time to 440 CE to learn about this fascinating historical figure. Bodhidharma was born in the capital of the Pallava dynasty, Kanchipuram, as the youngest of three sons to King Simhavarma. Despite his youth, he was his father's favored heir. His older brothers, threatened by this, turned to hostility and even attempted to assassinate him. This violent political environment pushed Bodhidharma away from royal life. He renounced his claim to the throne and turned to Buddhism, dedicating his life to spiritual matters. After leaving his royal responsibilities, he traveled north to Magadha, where he trained under the guidance of the renowned Buddhist teacher, Prajnatara. Some scholars suggest Prajnatara might have been a woman, which highlights the significant presence of female spiritual leaders in early Buddhism. Before her death, Prajnatara suggested that Bodhidharma take the Buddhist teachings to China. In 475 CE, Bodhidharma set sail from Mahabalipuram, making several stops in Southeast Asia, including Sumatra. There he studied the Chinese language and prepared himself for his mission. After nearly 2 years, he reached southern China and arrived at the bustling port of Guangzhou. At the time, Buddhism was thriving in northern China, but had yet to gain widespread popularity in the south. Bodhidharma began teaching at the busy metropolitan centers, like Guangzhou's Xin Temple and Guangxiao Temple, where his influence soon spread. In 490 CE, Bodhidharma famously encountered Emperor Wu of the Liang dynasty. The emperor had built numerous Buddhist temples and asked Bodhidharma what merit he had earned. Bodhidharma's response, rooted in Zen philosophy, was that the emperor had earned no merit, as true merit lies in detachment from material accomplishments. Angered, Emperor Wu dismissed him. Recognizing the danger of remaining in the region, Bodhidharma traveled north to the Wei dynasty's capital, Luoyang. It was here that Bodhidharma would begin his lasting legacy. In 494 CE, Bodhidharma moved to the newly constructed Shaolin Monastery. Though the temple was built for another Indian monk, it is Bodhidharma who became its most legendary figure. He introduced a meditation technique known as wall gazing, reportedly spending 9 years in silent meditation while facing a wall in a nearby cave. This intense practice drew both admiration and opposition. His teachings, which emphasized direct experience and meditation over scripture, were controversial among the more traditional Buddhist monks. Bodhidharma's influence extended beyond meditation. According to tradition, he observed that the monks at Shaolin were physically weak from long hours of meditation. To improve their strength and vitality, he introduced martial arts practices, including breathing exercises and physical training. Many of these practices resembled South Indian martial arts, particularly Kalaripayattu, a tradition known for its focus on weaponry and hand-to-hand combat. Despite his contributions, Bodhidharma made many enemies. Some narratives suggest that he was poisoned by a jealous rival in 528 CE, while others claim he was executed during the Wei Rebellion. Yet another folktale suggests that Bodhidharma left China, returning to India, carrying a single sandal as a symbol of his journey. Whether his death was natural or supernatural, Bodhidharma's legacy had already taken root. His influence shaped both Zen Buddhism and the martial arts tradition of Shaolin. Bodhidharma is often credited as the founder of Zen Buddhism in China. While Zen, or Chan, was already practiced in India, it was Bodhidharma who popularized its meditative approach in China. His teachings eventually spread to Korea and Japan, becoming a defining aspect of East Asian spiritual life. In Japan, Bodhidharma, known as Daruma, became a revered figure, with temples dedicated to him and his association with the samurai. Daruma dolls, representing perseverance and good fortune, are still a popular symbol in Japanese culture today. Bodhidharma's journey from a royal prince in India to a revered spiritual leader in China is a testament to his determination and vision. He bridged two cultures and laid the foundation for two great traditions: Zen Buddhism, a